All right, let's talk about something we all deal with every single day. That little voice inside that tells us what feels right and what feels wrong. But, instead of some dry academic lecture, we're going to unpack this whole idea through a story. A really powerful one, actually, about navigating the kinds of challenges that, well, we all face.
So let's meet our main character. His name is Leo, and he's a young explorer setting sail on this huge, vast ocean. And right away, you can probably guess, this whole story, it's really a metaphor for our lives, isn't it? Leo's challenge? It's the same one we all share.
See, Leo's world, and let's be honest, our world too, is basically this massive sea of choices. I mean, think about it. It's full of unpredictable currents, sudden storms, and all these hidden dangers. So to get through it all, he was given a pretty special tool. One that, lucky for us, we all have.
And that tool is the moral compass. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that internal guide, our conscience, that helps us make all those big and small decisions. It's like a little needle inside that points us toward what we feel is the right path. But where does this compass even come from? Is it just there?
Well, here's the fascinating part. Our compass isn't something we're just born with, perfectly calibrated right out of the box. Nope. It's actually crafted and fine-tuned over time by a group of what our story calls the map makers.
And there are 5 of them. 5 really powerful influences that literally draw the map that our compass uses to navigate. You can kind of think of them as the architects of our inner guide.
So who are these map makers? Well, you've got the village elders, the sacred scrolls, the wise teachers, the laboratory scientists, and even the storytellers. Basically, everything from the culture we grow up in to the media we watch, each one adds a totally unique layer to how we understand right and wrong. Let's touch on a couple of these.
So first up, you have the village elders. Think of these as our cultural norms. They give us the basic rules for how to get along with each other, right? Things like good manners, discipline, the stuff we just absorb. Then you've got the sacred scrolls, which stand for our religious beliefs. These often give us these really deep, simple truths, like the Golden Rule, which is amazing, because you find some version of it in almost every belief system on the planet.
Then we've got the wise teachers, our philosophers. They give us incredible frameworks, like Aristotle's golden mean. And this idea is so cool. It basically says that being good isn't about going to extremes. Take courage, for example. It's not about having no fear. That's just reckless, right? And it's not about having too much fear. That's cowardice. Nope. Real bravery is that perfect, balanced middle ground.
And of course, we can't forget the laboratory scientists. Psychologists like Lawrence Kohlberg actually showed us that our moral thinking grows over time in stages. When we're little, it's all about avoiding trouble. Then as we get older, it's about being nice so people like us. But the goal, the place we're hopefully all heading, is a stage where we follow universal principles of justice just because it's the right thing to do.
So, okay, we have this compass, shaped by all these map makers. But here's the thing. It's not a set it and forget it kind of deal. It's more like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets weak. It needs daily training to keep it pointing true north.
So how do you actually do that? Well, here are 4 skills you can practice every day. First, empathy. Literally try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Second, seek out different views. Talk to people who aren't like you. It challenges your own assumptions. Third, just take a minute each day to reflect on your choices. And finally, and this one's huge, you have to act on your good intentions. Don't just think good thoughts, turn them into real actions.
But let's be real for a second. Even with the best compass in the world, every single one of us is going to sail into a storm eventually. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. So the real key isn't trying to avoid storms, because you can't. It's knowing how to get through them when they inevitably hit.
And these storms have names, There's the siren of convenience, that little voice that tempts you to just do what's easy instead of what's right. Then there's the fog of deceit, which tries to convince you that a little lie to get ahead is no big deal. And then you've got the reef of exclusion, that really dangerous urge to leave people out or just be mean.
So what's the game plan when you find yourself in one of these storms? How do you fix your compass? Step 1, just stop and reflect. Ask yourself, honestly, why did I do that? Was I scared, stressed out, feeling kind of empty inside? Step 2, make things right. Don't just say sorry, actively try to fix the damage. And step 3, correct your thinking. Realign yourself with your core values. Remind yourself that integrity is way more important than just winning. Going through all this, navigating the storms, fixing your compass when it's off, doing that over and over again builds something really, truly valuable. It's the real reward of this whole journey.
And that reward is moral courage.
It's that rock-solid inner strength to stand up for what you believe is right, especially when it's tough or when everyone else is going the other way. It comes from having a compass you can actually trust and from knowing deep down who you are.
Honestly, this might be the best way to think about the whole thing. Developing your morality is a lot like learning a new sport. At first, it's kind of clumsy, right? You have to think about every single move, but if you keep practicing, every day, trying to be fair, trying to be kind, it eventually stops being this huge effort. It just becomes a habit. It becomes second nature.
So as we wrap this up, the final question isn't really for Leo the Explorer, it's for you. Take a second and just check in with your own inner guide. After thinking about all this stuff, where is your compass pointing you next?